Welcome students. In this chapter, we will learn about the entrepreneurial skills. The learning objective of this chapter is first is the list the characteristics of a successful entrepreneur. Know the qualities and functions of an entrepreneur. Understand the role and importance of an entrepreneur. State the myths about entrepreneurship. And the last objective is understand entrepreneurship as a career option. So now starting with the first learning objective, that is list the characteristics of a successful entrepreneur. So before starting with the characteristics, you should know about the entrepreneur. So who is an entrepreneur? So as the example, as the definition given, according to the definition, an entrepreneur is an individual who creates a new business. One who creates a new business bearing most of the risk and enjoying most of the rewards. In a simple sentence, we can say an entrepreneur is a person who starts a new business or who has the ability and desire to establish a new venture. You can also say a person with great innovative ideas that identifies the need of a new situation and create a business according to that particular situation is called entrepreneurship. So in a simple sentence, in a single sentence, you can say a person that starts a new business is called entrepreneur. Okay. So the next topic is entrepreneurship. So what is entrepreneurship? First of all, you have learned entrepreneur and the second is entrepreneurship. So entrepreneur is an tangible entity, is a man, is a person. Whereas entrepreneurship is a process of creating, developing, managing and establishing a new business in order to make some profit. You can say it as a definition that entrepreneurship is the process of designing, launching and running a new business. The business may be a small business at its initial stage. You can also describe entrepreneurship as the capacity and willingness to develop, organize and manage a business venture along with any of its risks to make a profit. So again, in the form of definition, in the form of simple sentence, you can say the process of developing or establishing a new business is called entrepreneurship. So what is the difference between entrepreneur and entrepreneurship? The difference is that entrepreneur is a tangible entity, whereas entrepreneurship is a process in which we are establishing a new business. Now moving to the next slide. The next slide is about qualities of entrepreneur. So there is a diagram or a pictorial representation is also there and the list of qualities of entrepreneur is there. So starting with the leadership. So the one who start a business may be a good leader. Means he or she may possess all the qualities, all the skills of the leadership because they have to organize the other people in order to share a goal, in order to share a particular goal within a time. So a person who wants to be an entrepreneur or who wants to start a new business may have all the qualities of leadership such as patient, active listener, creativity, positive thinker, and our ability to motivate our employees. So that all the qualities of the leadership. Now start with the qualities of the entrepreneur. So what are the qualities of the entrepreneur that are listed in the given slide? Now start one by one. So the first quality that is written here is leadership. So what is leadership? Who is leader? So leader is a person who leads the business, who leads all the activities of the business. Or you can see the leadership are the skills that you can use when organizing other people to reach a shared goal. So what is shared goal? When we are working as a team, then we are all sharing a common goal now. So moving toward the same direction is called achieving the shared goal. So leadership is the quality in which you can motivate, organize, or lead the team to the success. So the few qualities of the leadership are patience, active listener, creative thinker, positive thinker, and many more others. The next quality is risk taking. So when we are starting a new business, it may happen our business may fail or may succeed. So a considerable amount of failure risk are there. So therefore an entrepreneur needs to be courageous and able to evaluate and take risk is an essential quality of the entrepreneur. So before starting any business, a entrepreneur may evaluate the risk that can be happened in his or her business. Okay. So the next topic is innovation. So what is innovation? Innovation means thinking about new ideas, extremely new ideas that during the demonetization, the Paytm came up with the new ideas means paying to the employee when we are buying or purchasing anything in the online mode. So this was an innovative idea. So what is innovation? Innovation means when we are talking about some new ideas, then this type of ideas are called the innovation. Means no one can other think about it. Next one is goal oriented. So what is goal oriented? That to achieve our goal in a particular time frame. So a goal oriented person or goal driven person will work much harder than other to meet the deadlines of the project. So the entrepreneurship should be a goal oriented person. Moving to the next point, that is decision maker. So as a decision maker, a particular entrepreneur should take few decisions. So he has to take many decisions to put his business idea into the reality. So sometimes he has to make few choices out of various alternatives. Sometimes he has to take particular source from where he can procure the raw materials in the selection of the particular market where he can sold his goods. So in the different field, in the different forms, our entrepreneur have to take some decision. So he should be firm decision maker. He don't have any doubt in taking decisions. The next quality is motivator. As a motivator, what a entrepreneur should do, uh, entrepreneur should be self-motivator also, or he or she may be able to motivate the employees in any low time in order to achieve the goal. So it is very important to motivate himself as well as his employees also. Now the next point is self-confidence. What is self-confidence? Self-confidence is a feeling of trust in someone or something. To be self-confident is to have confidence in yourself. Means a self-confident people don't doubt themselves. This is usually a positive word, and you can be self-confident without being arrogant or overconfident. The next point is high achievers. High achievers are those people who achieve higher than the people around themselves. They have a strong motive to achieve. And what they do, they are willing to expend intense effort over long time span in the pursuit of their goals. They have a single goal that they have to achieve something higher than the others. Now the last point is self-motivator. So ability to do what needs to be done without influence from other people, means they are self-motivating and they don't need any other people or person in order to influence themselves. Self-motivation can find a reason and strength to complete a task even when challenging situations are there also, without giving up or needing an other to encourage them. Means self-motivated person do not need anyone to encourage him or her. So these are the few qualities of entrepreneur. Now moving to the next slide. These are the functions of entrepreneur. So starting with the innovation, so I have already told you about the innovation, that coming up with the new ideas in the market is known as innovation. And the next one is a risk taking. The risk taking is a process of evaluating all the concerned risks with the new product, with the new business. So a particular entrepreneur has some ability to take or to bear the risk, and the decision making capabilities are also are those capability which through which we can take a particular decision in difficult situation. When we have more than one ways to move, then what we will have to do, we will have to make some decisions. So decision making capability is also an important function of the entrepreneur. Now moving to the next topic, that is organization. So what is organization means? Organization means to organize anything, to organize the business. So the process of organizing, planning, leading, controlling within an entity, the overall of achieving the objective. So what is the objective? We will have to achieve it. The organizational management of the business needs to be able to make decisions and resolve issues in order to be both effective and beneficial. Now the next topic is staffing. So what is staffing? Staffing is a process of hiring eligible candidates in the organization or company. So this is a process or operation of recruiting the employee by evaluating their skills, that they are suitable for a company or not. So by checking their knowledge and then offering them a specific job according to their skills and their knowledge. Next is procuring raw materials. So when we have started a business, procuring raw material is another important factor. If we can get raw material easily, then we can easily run our business too. So procuring raw material is an art, and it requires a skill to source many components without landing into a chaos. So the process of ensuring raw materials, semi-products and products that are necessary for the production process and supply of the services. The next is control and direction. So what we are doing in direction? So when we are directing something, means we are guiding and supervising employees, often one-to-one, while they are working. And controlling is the final step in order to manage anything. It helps you to take corrective actions if things are not working out as planned. So what we can do, we can compare the expected results with the actual performance and find the lagging and find the suitable solutions, that how we can achieve the expected result, what we were expecting. Next, finding suitable market. Finding suitable market means finding a suitable place where we can sell our product, or who are our customer targets, what type of competitors are there. So finding a suitable market is also a very important function of the entrepreneur. Now next is establishing a relationship with the government. So we are working under the government conditions, so we should have a good relationship with the government also, because we have to obtain license, we have to make payment for the taxes, selling the product for the government, it can be happened. So if we have a good relationship with the government, then we don't face any type of problem in doing all these functions. Now obtaining contact with competitors. When we are working in the same zone, we should have a healthy relationship with our competitors also. So these are the few functions of the entrepreneur. Now moving to the next slide. The next slide is importance of entrepreneur. So why we need entrepreneur in our society, in our life. So now starting with the points that are written there. The first one is enterprising man. So what are the enterprising man and how it is important? So the enterprising men are those individuals who likes to work with people, influence person, lead or manage or organize goals for economic gain. These type of men are often a leader. Okay. Now the next is great achiever. The particular topic has already discussed, means the person who wants to achieve higher, or these are the some business who has the power to make new work. Now moving to the next, job creation. So what is the job creation? When we are establishing a particular company, we will hiring some people for the work. So what we are doing, we are providing jobs for the unemployed person. So entrepreneur are the man or a person who has the power to make new work and opportunities for the people who are unemployed. The next is first mover. So first mover are the person who has having some innovative ideas, and when we have some innovative ideas and start the job in that particular business, we will have the highest profit rate when we are attempting anything new in the market. The next is higher productivity. So what is the meaning of higher productivity? Higher productivity means that a large amount of output is produced with a little input product. So the input product is the ratio of the volume of output to the volume of input. So higher productivity means without investing so much, we can achieve our goal, the profit at the higher rate. The next is visionary leader. Who is the visionary? Who can some ability to see the future. So a visionary leader is someone who develop a special sense of unknown. What type of features? What type of senses? That the long-term future, what potential customers are looking for, or the hidden trends in the market or in the industry in which they are operating. So the visionary leader have the capability to find out what is going to be happen in the future. So they can start producing such kind of goods in the market. Now the next is economic prosperity. Economic prosperity means having money to fulfill our necessary needs and to complete our desires. So one who are starting a business, working hard and earn profit, to he or she in the state of economic prosperity. Backbone of the capital system, change creator. So how they are working? So it means when they are making money for themselves and they're making money for the country, so they are working hard and they work as the backbone of the country. So the entrepreneurs plays a major role in the global economy. The next point is myths of entrepreneur. So what are the myths? First of all, you will have to know about myths. Myths are the some ideas or a story that many people believe but which is not true. Okay, these are the some stories in which many people believe, but these stories are not true stories. Means according to the entrepreneurship, the first story or the first myth that we can discuss, that is it is easy to start a business. So it seems to be easy to start a business, but in reality, starting a successful business is a very difficult and challenging process. The rate of failure of new venture is high. Even after a long period of time, such as 7 years, 10 years, only 1/3 of the businesses are profitable. So this is not easy to start a new business. It is a very difficult task. It needs a lot of organizing, lot of planning. So before starting a business, a lot of homework to be done. Next is lot of money is needed to start a business. This is again a myth. If we are starting a business at a small scale, then we need only a limited money. So for example, Infosys Technology was started with only rupees 10,000 in the beginning, just to hire the space and an equipment. The next point is a startup cannot borrow from bank. This is completely a myth. Nowadays, many other banks provided loans in order to start a new business. Here, as you can see, ad in your TV also. The next is talent is more important than industry. So this is not happen. If we have talent, we cannot opt any type of business. We will have to opt the business according to our talent, that what we are going to start. So the nature of the industry an entrepreneur choose has a great effect on success and growth. For example, if you enter an industry wherein competition is cutthroat or material are in very small amount, that what will happen? That you may fail. Last point is most startups are successful. So this is a complete myth. As I told you earlier, the rate of failure is very high. So a large percentage of startup fails. So this, in short, just I want to say that before starting a business, a lot of homework, a lot of organization, a search for the market, then how we can procure raw materials, all such type of homeworks are required. Now moving to the next topic for the youngsters who are just thinking that startup is a good option in order to take it as a career. So before starting this, just I want to tell you all that if we are starting a business, then this is a good thing that we can start a business, we can boss of your own. But you should know some advantages and disadvantages also. Because starting a new business and taking the risk and rewards for being owner, however, the job of entrepreneur is not for everyone. You need to be hardworking, smart, creative, and willing to take risk. So there are few advantages and disadvantages of selecting entrepreneurship as a career. So that advantages are like that: independence, ambition, fulfillment, excitement, freedom, wealth creation, and status. Wealth creation and status are related with each other. So we can say that our business gives us flexibility to choose the work we want to do and utilize our strength and to maximize our business. We can schedule our work hours according to our convenience. Means we are independent. We are boss of our own. Seeing our business grow will give us a feeling of satisfaction, a sense of excitement. So these are the few positive points about selecting the entrepreneurship as a career. And just going through the disadvantages, that it includes a lot of risk. It needs hard work. There is no certain income. Means in some businesses in the starting days, it may happen that no income can come. So in the initial years, it might be required to work for longer hours. So as the work is your responsibility, there can be stressful days as well. Starting your business involves risk, as I told you earlier, and incompetent staff means, so suppose you don't have any experiences about the staffing and all, so you can hire some incompetent staff which are not suitable for the position that what you are offering to them. So these are the few points